They say abandoned places hold echoes of the past. But what if those echoes aren't just memories? What if they're warnings? I learned that lesson the hard way, in a place where the walls whispered secrets and the shadows held a hunger that nearly consumed me. I've always been drawn to the forgotten corners of the world, those places where time seems to have stopped, leaving behind only the ghosts of what once was. This time, my fascination led me to the abandoned town of Silent Hollow, a place wiped off the map after a series of unexplained disappearances in the late 1950s. Locals whispered of a malevolent presence, a darkness that had consumed the town from within. I, of course, dismissed it as folklore. Silent Hollow was a ghost town in the truest sense. The streets were overgrown, the houses were hollow shells, and an eerie silence hung in the air, broken only by the rustling of wind through the skeletal trees. The town square, once a bustling hub of life, was now a desolate expanse, the cracked pavement a testament to its forgotten glory. I started exploring, my camera my only companion, attempting to capture the haunting beauty of the decay. The houses, with their peeling paint and shattered windows, seemed to watch me with vacant eyes, their stories etched into their crumbling facades. I felt a growing sense of unease, a prickling sensation that I was being observed. As I ventured deeper into the town, I noticed a peculiar pattern. All the clocks in the houses were stopped at 3:17 a.m. It was an unsettling detail, a silent testament to some unknown event that had frozen time in Silent Hollow. Then the sounds began. Faint at first, like the rustling of leaves, but they grew louder, more distinct. Whispers, muffled cries, and the distinct sound of footsteps, even though I was completely alone. I tried to dismiss it as the wind, but the sounds were too deliberate, too human. I found myself drawn to the old church, its steeple silhouetted against the darkening sky. The heavy oak doors were ajar, beckoning me inside. The interior was shrouded in darkness, the only light filtering through the stained glass windows, casting eerie shadows that danced across the pews. As I moved further into the church, a coldness settled over me, a bone-chilling sensation that seemed to seep into my very marrow. The whispers grew louder, morphing into distinct voices, calling my name. I felt a presence, something unseen moving around me, closing in. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows, a tall, gaunt figure with eyes that glowed with an unnatural light. It moved with an unnatural grace, its movements fluid and predatory. It was as if the darkness itself had taken form. Panic seized me, and I turned to run, but the figure was faster. It lunged, its cold, skeletal hand reaching for me. I felt a sharp, searing pain in my chest, a burning sensation that spread through my body. I stumbled backward, my vision blurring. Then, the voice, a raspy, guttural sound that seemed to emanate from the very depths of the earth. You should have left when you had the chance. I felt my consciousness slipping away, the darkness closing in. I could hear the whispers, now a cacophony of tormented voices echoing through the empty church. I woke up on the outskirts of Silent Hollow, the town a distant silhouette against the rising sun. I was disoriented, my body aching, my mind reeling. I had no memory of how I had gotten there. The doctors told me I had suffered a severe hypothermic episode bordering on cardiac arrest. They couldn't explain how I had survived, given the extreme conditions. But I knew. It wasn't just the cold. It was something else, something that had tried to claim me in the heart of Silent Hollow, something that still lurks within its abandoned walls, waiting for its next victim. I never went back. I never dared to. The memory of those glowing eyes, that raspy voice, the feeling of that icy grip still haunts my nightmares, and sometimes when I close my eyes, I can still hear the whispers, the tormented cries, the echoes of a town consumed by darkness. What was it? A ghost? A demon? Or something far more ancient, something that had been waiting for centuries to feed on the living? I don't know, but I do know this. Some places are better left undisturbed. If you're brave enough to delve into more chilling tales where the line between reality and nightmare blurs, click the video linked in the description. You might just find yourself questioning the shadows in your own home. And remember, sometimes the most terrifying stories are the ones that whisper of truths we dare not face.